In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how I use ChatGPT to learn Swedish. So the version I'm using is ChatGPT 4.0. It's an upgraded version, but I think that still works in some other version as long as you have this voice mode. So let's get started. Hello, ChatGPT. How are you?
Hey there. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. So I'm thinking, can we play a word game?
Absolutely, I'm in. What kind of word game are you thinking about? Something like word association 20 questions, or maybe a Swedish vocabulary challenge?
Mm-hmm. So I mean, the Swedish vocabulary challenge sounds interesting to me. Can I give you a set of rules?
Of course, lay out the rules for me. How do you want the game to work?
So, I would like you to think about 10 Swedish words and don't tell me what the words you're thinking about, and randomly pick up a word one by one and ask me or let me guess the English meaning of it. Does it sound good?
That sounds like a super fun challenge. All right, I'll think of 10 Swedish words, keep them secret, and ask you one at a time to guess their English meanings. Ready for your first word?
Yes.
All right, here we go. What do you think the English meaning of fjäder is?
Fjärde. Well, ooh, this word is new to me. Um, is this a word a combination of like some words together?
Good question. Fjäder is actually just one word, not a combination. Want a little hint, or do you want to take a wild guess first?
Before you give me a hint, I want to get, is that butterfly?
Ooh, nice guess. It's not a butterfly, but you're not super far off. It's something light and delicate. Want the hint now?
Yes, please.
All right, here's your hint. It's something that birds have, and it's often used in pillows. Now, what do you think fjäder means?
Uh, is that feather?
Bingo. Yes, fjäder means feather. Nailed it with that hint.
Mm-hmm.
Ready for the next one?
Wait. So could you please spell the word for me?
Sure. It's spelled FJDER. The E has that kind of soft open sound, like yeah, but more rounded. Want to hear the next word?
Wait. So the word pronounced as theater, right?
Ah, I see where that came from. It's actually pronounced more like fied ear, with the fja sounding a bit like the phi in fjord and the A like the E in bed, but a little rounder. So not quite fiat, but I get how it sounded that way at first. Want to try the next word now?
Not yet. So, Fyodor, is that correct?
Pretty close. It's not exactly Fyodor. That's actually a Russian name, but fatter sounds more like
Fader.
fighter with a soft D and a light touch on the second syllable. Kind of
Fader.
like saying feather with a Swedish twist. Want to try saying it out loud?
Fader.
Haha, I like where your brain's going with this, but not quite. Father is far in Swedish. Fjäder really sounds more like fieder, as in
Fider.
fi, like in fjord, ed, air, soft and quick. It's a little tricky, I know. Swedish has some fun sounds. Want to move on to the next word or
Mm-hmm.
practice this one a bit more?
Yeah, let's move to the other word. Thank you.
You got it. Here comes the next one. What do you think klocka means in English?
You mean klocka? Is that clock? A clock or something?
Yep, you got it. Klocka means clock or watch in English. Super close right away. That one clicked fast. Want to keep the momentum going with another word?
Okay, so um, can you change the rest of words to a specific like topic? So for example, can you give me like some new words which describe weather?
Ooh, I love that idea. Weather words it is. I'll pick from weather related vocabulary for the rest of the game. Ready for your next one? Here
Yes.
we go.
Yes,
What do
please.
you think regen means?
One more time.
Awesome. So, what's your guess for regen?
Regen. Is that the rain?
Nice guess. It does sound a bit like ring, doesn't it? But actually, regen means rain. Think of those gloomy, drizzly days. Want to go for the next weather word?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Interesting. Let's go for it.
All right, love the energy. What do you think snow means?
Yeah, snow means snow, right? Snow means snow.
You nailed it. Snow means snow. Sounds almost the same, just a tiny twist in pronunciation. You're on a roll. Want to keep going with another one?
So sorry. So are you sure the word in Swedish sounds like snow or snore or snare?
Great question. It's pronounced kind of like snuh, with a short, soft sound at the end. Not quite snow, but super close. It's spelled SNO, and that O gives it that round, mellow sound, like the oo in fur, but smoother. Does that help a bit?
Yeah. Thank you. Cool. One more word.
Perfect. Here's your next weather word. What do you think moln means?
Smoke.
Haha, no worries. Moln can definitely sound a little tricky. Want to take a wild guess anyway? Or should I give you a hint?
How to spell it in Swedish?
It's spelled MOLN. Just 4 letters, but that sneaky L is almost silent when you say it. Sounds kind of like moan. Want a
Okay.
little hint?
Is that does it mean cloudy?
Yes, it means cloud. Nicely done. That was a solid guess, even with the sneaky silent L. Want to keep the streak going with another one?
Okay. One last word, please.
You got it. Here comes the last one. What do you think blixt means?
Uh, I don't know what is the English word for it. So, is that often like show up in the cold day?
Ah, you're on to something. Blixt is something that shows up suddenly during a storm. Quick, bright, and loud sometimes. Any final guess?
Is that something very close to snow, but it's not exactly. It's some icy icy like stuff like falling down from the sky. I don't know what's the English word for it. Could you like show me the answer?
Totally get what you mean. You're thinking of something like sleet or hail, but blixt actually means lightning, that sudden flash in the sky during a thunderstorm. Pretty
What?
cool, right?
Mm. Yeah, thank you very much. So, okay, so could you summarize the words we learned today?
Of course. Here's a quick recap of the Swedish words we played with today: fjäder, klocka, clock or watch, ren, rain, snow, snow, cloud, blixt, lightning. You did an awesome job guessing and learning these. Want to do more themed rounds another time?
So before we wrap this up, could you like make up a story which include like all of the words we learned today, and please write the story in entire Swedish and send the text to me. Thank you.
Absolutely. Here's a short little story using all 6 of the Swedish words. En morgon vaknade Emma av ljudet från sin klocka. Hon tittade ut genom fönstret och såg att regn föll från gråa moln på himlen. Hon suckade och tog på sig sin varma jacka innan hon gick ut. Plötsligt såg hon en blixt lysa upp himlen, följt av ett muller av åska. När hon gick genom parken landade en liten fjäder på hennes axel. Hon låg och tänkte att trots snö, regn och oväder fanns det alltid något vackert att se. Let me know if you want a translation or want to keep it mysterious and practice reading it.
Yes, please like also send me over an English like translation of that. Thank you.
Of course, here's the English version of the story. One morning, Emma woke up to the sound of her clock. She looked out the window and saw that rain was falling from gray clouds in the sky. She sighed and put on her warm jacket before heading out. Suddenly, she saw a lightning flash light up the sky, followed by a rumble of thunder. As she walked through the park, a small feather landed on her shoulder. She smiled and thought that despite the snow, rain, and stormy weather, there was always something beautiful to see. Hope that wraps it up nicely. Want to do a story next time where you come up with the plot?
Well, that's a beautiful story. Thank you very much. And so yeah, so let me like review the words today, and please tell me if there any word I missed. Okay, so we learn like fjäder means feather, and also we learned klocka, and also we learned uh, anything else. I will learn
You're
some
doing
like
great. Let's go through what you've said, and I'll help fill in any blanks. So far, you said fjäder, feather, klocka, clock, or watch. Then we also had ren, rain, snow, smoln, cloud, blixt, lightning. That's all 6. You didn't miss any well remembered. Want to quiz yourself with them now, or maybe create your own sentence using a few?
okay. I think that's it for today. Thank you very much. Hej då.
You're very welcome. And I love that little Tato. It's got a nice ring to it. Great job today. And whenever you're ready for more Swedish fun, I'm here. Hej då!
Okay, so in this video, I think a very interesting thing I found so far. 3 things. First of all, as a learner, I need to be clear of the instruction, like what kind of conversation I would like to have with ChatGPT. So, or in other words, I need to be an active learner, and the instruction needs to be clear. And also, you can narrow down the scope. For example, I ask some general rules at the beginning, but then I narrowed down the words to describe weather. So this is the first thing. The second thing is try to ask question to make everything clear. So for example, I think some pronunciation of the word like snö does not like sound like the word I learned in my past experience. So just ask for clarification. Um, and I think ChatGPT is a very good like responder to that. And the third thing is it's so flexible and comprehensive when you want to ask for some like creation of a story and also a summarize. And it's also very convenient. She just sent me over a piece of text and also summary to me. So my next goal is maybe in another next video I will try to see if ChatGPT remember the things we learned in previous sessions, and how can we set up more like some interesting and challenging learning tasks to help me to learn language. And that's it.